What's going on, guys? It's November 23rd, and here's my parlay of the day. So, yesterday I had a 4-leg parlay, and I think that 4-leg parlay was pretty safe. I think all four teams were heavily favorites to win, and the Nuggets let us down again. This is the second time this season where they've lost to, the Kings are 4-13. This shouldn't have happened. And the Nuggets also lost earlier to the Bulls. So today I'm going to step away from the NBA just because there's some really weird stuff happening. There's a lot of upsets happening that you don't expect. So today I want to get an easy win. I want to get something just to build the bankroll and not have something that's going to cause us to stress, as the game is going on. And so for the first game, I'm going to go to Patriots versus Bengals. And I want to look at receiving yard props. And more specifically, for Noah Fant from the Bengals, leg one, I'm thinking I go with receiving yards over 14. So I've got his profile pulled up here on ESPN, and his receiving yards for the past 5 games, the least that he's gotten is 27 receiving yards, and the most was 44. And so the line that it's set at today, 24, he has actually hit this number in each of his last 5 games. So that actually makes 24 a pretty decent bet. But again, I want today to be a safe parlay day. And so I'm going to be on the safe side here and go with over 14 yards for leg number 1. For leg number 2, I want to look at the Rams and the Buccaneers. So let me find them real quick. And I want to look at rushing yards. Okay, so for leg number 2, I'm thinking Rachaad White from the Buccaneers to have over 14 rushing yards. And again, I've got his profile pulled up here on ESPN. And if you look at his rushing yards for the past 5 games, the least that he's gotten is 35? And the most was 65 against San Francisco. So again, for this one, the line is set at 24 or maybe 24 and a half. I'm not exactly sure. But he's hit this number in each of his last 5 games. So 14 should be relatively risk-free. At least I'm hoping. So combining those two alone is odds of minus 124. So I think this alone is pretty good payout. But you can still tilt the scale in your favor a little bit, like payout-wise. And so if you want to do that, I think the next best alternative is going to the Ravens and Jets game. Now, Ravens and Jets, Ravens are minus 13.5 favorites. I think Ravens have the best chance of winning flat out today out of any team, any sport. Ravens should win pretty easily. And so picking them to win just flat out, it doesn't help the odds too much, but it does bring you really, really close to even odds, which is pretty good, even payout. And then you can go one step further if you want. I think Seahawks is minus 12.5 favorites. So I think they're the next in line when it comes to being heavily favorited to win. So I also think Seahawks will get a pretty easy win over the Titans. And so picking them straight up money line brings up the payout to plus 125. So throwing down a grand is 2,200 or more in the payout alone, which is really good. So I'm gonna go with this for my parlay of the day. I don't know exactly if I want to include the Seahawks game, but I'll probably go at least these 3 legs for minus 102. So that's going to be my safe parlay of the day. You don't have to tail, but best of luck if you are tailing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.